Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Spikers Turf Invitational Conference. Semifinals only here. Of course, the FEU, DN Steel Ultras trying to look for their first win of this semifinal.
Sa umpisa, it's yung panapos or how to finish a set is what is lacking.
Services there.
Not by the King Crunchers. And I think today, that would be the same story also. They need to be able to minimize these mistakes.
And just a great start.
Really do ensure that from the service line, they get their opponent to play out of system.
And even their net defense on point here for Cignal. They are
FEU. They probably just need one good point.
And they finally got it. And you can only imagine how that he also gets inspiration and also gets guidance from the more veteran guys in FEU.
And you know, in each team, that's why it is a team. You bring very well.
Well, Cignal will be wary of Espartero because in their last matchup, he did score 17 points against them. And there it is. FEU looked like a completely different team. Goes to the service line for FEU. At 10 points the last time they played against Cignal. Retaman with a setup. No check. Point goes to FEU.
It was a good target, probably hoping for some need to score more consistently.
To avoid the single block. 3-point lead still for Cignal, trying to send us to our second technical timeout. Good coverage there for Cignal. They'll try again, and that time getting between the blocker and the net. Here's Cignal again. And the single block works out. You know, a while ago, what that count was. Para sa Cignal HD naman, when you take a look at the points from errors, as Retamas, they are able to push that across. Kalisayan sends it long. But will they get a check? No, they will not. At all, rather. 6-point lead, though, for Cignal. Retaman with the set. Getting a bit of help from the tape there. Kalisayan, the block. Doesn't work out here for FEU again.
The Cignal HD.
So stealing a bit of momentum. Let's see if they can go on a run. They need one now if they want to steal this frame. Again, the attack from the back. And that attack was just too sharp, too strong.
Set number one a bit.
There is a block touch there. We can see through the middle finger of the Cignal HD Spikers. So that means, of course, in set number 2, we're going to assume that FEU will be working on a better start here. 25-18 in set number 1 in favor of Cignal HD Spikers. Don't go away. We'll be right back.
Their blocking was on point after that. As we look at the numbers for set number 1, it's quite even if you some of the notable plays.
For FEU, as Benny Martinez goes on the service line. Little push, but that will be a net violation. Momentum, a bit of rhythm here in set number 2 that has been absent in the first 5 points. Let's see if they can build on that here. And that time answering, scoring off the block, FEU. Here's Cignal. Martinez with the setup again. Blocking slowed that down. Who did it turn to? Ramirez. And that was important coming from Lorenzo. And Ramirez will send a free ball the other way. Here's FEU. Trying to score, and they do.
Be able to sustain this energy.
Got a bit of help from the tape there. Ramirez ends that run with emphasis on our game. And for Cignal HD Spikers and FEU, there's a lot to work on. And that time, good timeout with FEU stands at around in between. The attack from the back. And Calado able to get the point. And a service ace. There it is. Who are a bit more seasoned compared to the younger ones.
You know, there are a lot of factors. If you have pressure, you have your performance, and in this case, earlier they...
And using the serve as a weapon, the Cignal HD Spikers get their coverage right. Lorenzo with a setup to Miguel. And that'll be a net violation against FEU. Point will go net. And that was an important factor in that point.
that allows the attackers to really get a good height at the net. But sayang, would have been
5-20. Slow start for the HD Spikers. They came back strong. And this was the finisher. FEU trailing Cignal 2 away. We got a lot more. We'll be right back.
question that we had was how FEU can sustain that match, that set rather, as we look at the with
the way that Cignal HD has been trying to make him less effective in this game.
And that is a given, of course. All of these teams would have done their homework.
Run, and ever since that run, things were a lot different, as it is clearly ball in and a successful challenge for Cignal.
You changed up the game, and that really did well for Cignal.
Well, it's him and EJ Casanya really who made the difference here. As Calado, though, already 8 points and was 8 of 10 from attacking, so he's really efficient as well. And Wendell Miguel. And
Whoop.
Ooh. Eagle-eyed so far here for the Cignal HD Spikers. That is ball out. And Espartero. Remember, he had 17 against Cignal the last time around, and there's Cignal scoring off the block, 7-4.
So much talent.
And that'll be another service ace, as Coach Orgulio is not part of this 6. But the big difference here, we talked about it earlier, Cignal used the serves as a weapon to score 6-1 in favor. They got to receive the ball a lot better here.
It's been a big challenge so far. They get a good one, and when they do,
that happens. Be able to stay professional, be able to go about your business, and able to sneak that in.
We're seeing we're talking about FEU, their game against Crisscross King Crunchers. They managed to keep it close first 2 sets, pero they were really challenged, no, set number 3, and quite similarly, yan yung nakikita natin ngayon with Cignal HD and FEU. Win games, but also win them convincingly, win them in a very strong manner.
You know, the quicker the games are, the better it will be in terms of the conditioning of the players in the long term, as Cignal HD are now within match. And we'll have more of this when we return after the break. 25-16 score at the end of set number 3.